ask me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
We got episode 339 of Coach Class Pod. Continue rating, and subscribing. Y'all been turning up. Keep commenting, man.
And we will be coming back to the major platforms for all things coming soon.
Yeah.
We see y'all requesting.
Yeah.
We coming for the Spotify's.
Yeah.
Apple, what was it? Spotify, Apple, Google. We had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was a lot of streaming
I gotta remember. All of the major, SoundCloud, all of the major streaming platforms, you should be able to get us on.
Yeah, and I wanted to give
a little bit. I appreciate these comments.
Subscribe. But I did want to give a public apology to our Ravens Huddle fans because y'all been turning up for us. I made a technical error where the episode cut out at the very end, and I'm very technical about it because that's my job. We not letting that happen again, dog. Like, yo, y'all been locked in. Keep locking in with us. We didn't get no complaints, but it's like, I still was mad because it was an excellent conversation.
Some may have noticed, some may not have, because it wasn't that bad. I was able to
I noticed
tweak it
in
a
the
little
car.
bit.
I noticed in the car, but on
bit.
TV you wouldn't really.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad, but things happen.
Yeah, please forgive me. Please.
Yeah. You got.
Oh yeah, you got your boy Mike.
You got your boy Rich.
Zay in the back.
Yes, indeed. And again, this is one of those weeks where we got some big news in the crime world. And you know how I'm in the crime world. You know how it is. We ain't been following it a long time.
Yeah.
All the way through this trial, but of course we talking about Big Diddler Diddy.
I just wanted to lead with, those people was out of pocket if that was real and they was throwing oil on themselves outside of the...
It was 100% real, yo. They was
Boondocks.
It was
What's up with
baby
people,
oil,
bro? Like, people are historically stupid, bro. Like,
it's always gonna be them people, bro.
They was shaking off in the baby oil, yo.
Nasty, fam.
I've never seen. Listen, we've seen some ridiculous stuff, but that was out of pocket, yo. You know what's so ridiculous about that? You had to be prepping leading up to it, like, yo, if he
packed the baby oil. I'm lathering up when they win, yo.
Yeah, yo went and copped Johnson & Johnson's before the final day of trial, bro. That's crazy. Nasty work, bro. That is gross, bro.
They should be flagged on mad.
Yeah, bro.
It's ungodly,
they should flag
them.
Yo.
If you
start watching them, yo.
Yo, you gotta watch
them people.
Watch people like that, yo. I ain't gonna lie, anybody that was that happy, because it's still some weird stuff, bro. Like, yo, watch them, yo, because those are people that might allegedly.
There was making the baby oil rain on one of the ladies, and she was dancing and shaking off so much her wig fell off.
Bro, that is like Dave Chappelle episode, bro.
Yes, this is like Boondocks,
real life.
Dave Chappelle
hybrid is crazy.
The PJs,
bro.
Like, you gotta put them all together, yo.
They dropped the spirit bomb on us.
God damn, the ghetto spirit bomb is nuts.
Oh my God.
The Johnson.
Everything was in the oil.
But hey, they not letting him out. He's still booked in there. They're not gonna let him out until they, I guess they get, whatever. Depends on whatever his sentence is gonna be. They're not letting him out of there, which is interesting. Because I do think he is entitled to get out of there now with those bigger charges being dropped off.
Yeah, he got the Fed stuff knocked off.
I think it's just the prostitution stuff. So he probably will get off relatively...
Well, they denied it.
They denied his bond.
And said he not...
So
I mean, it's highly illegal, but it's like it's still going to be a pat on the wrist compared to what he was involved in.
He's stuck in there, I think, until
allegedly was
October,
supposed to be involved.
That's when the verdict.
Yeah.
God damn!
If I'm not mistaken, that's what I saw. If I'm wrong, somebody say something.
Know what it make Diddy even scarier, bro? If he come out the can wild swole, bro, like in super healthy like burpee mode, bro. Like that's a dangerous individual.
From all of the videos, pictures that I've seen from the I don't think he getting swollen.
First of all, yo, everything I've seen, he looked like Bill Cosby, yo.
He was gray in the face. He was
gray in the face.
He was dying.
With the sweaters and the
but y'all know
like,
Diddy
older.
Diddy probably looked like that the last 15 years, but he stayed Beijing'd up.
Yeah,
no, he did.
Definitely Beijing'd up. We know that.
I knew that was.
He was like one of the first Beijing artists, bro.
You should have known, because remember the pandemic was telling on everybody. Puff was looking a little.
Yeah, yo.
It was looking a little snowy when that happened.
Yo.
LeBron, a lot of these dudes, yo.
Yeah, he looked like Logan in the last
A few more
movie.
years passed, yo. He looked like, yo, the sketches, and if nobody told you, you would think it's Bill Cosby.
Swear.
Yeah.
Those sketches look
It's
crazy.
great.
Every sketch looks crazy.
That
Yo,
sketch
I
person
feel like
is out
I
of
feel like the
pocket.
sketch
sketch
person was
person
low-key trying to be
definitely
funny.
They
yo.
got a picture
The
of
sketch
him.
person was trying to be funny, yo.
They got a
'Cause he
picture.
looks way different than all the other people in there too, yo.
He's like praying over on one of the, I think after the verdict, not the verdict, but basically, well, yeah, not the sentencing, but the verdict, and he's on a chair like kneeling over like he's praying, but the sketch artist got him like. Got him tooted up, yo.
Yeah,
it looks
Oh,
crazy,
my
yo.
goodness, bro.
I'm like, yo, what is going on
Trolling,
with the sketch
yo.
artist,
artist
yo?
was having a time, bro. He was definitely
The heart
having
joint,
fun.
the joint where he hugging himself. I'm like, all right, yo, they playing games, yo. They having fun with it. But hey, man, you shouldn't be in that predicament, my guy.
I ain't gonna lie, though,
They
yo.
gonna make you look as crazy as you should look, yo.
Anybody that participated in the oil celebration, yo, they should do a background check on them, yo.
told
Make
you they
sure
should be
everything is
flagged.
good,
They
yo.
should
Like
be
that's
red
mad
flagged
weird
right
yo.
now, man.
That's
Nah.
mad weird, bro. Like even if like, all right, let's say you just a weirdo, or not a weirdo, or you just that much of a Diddy stan, you happy to see him get off. Like that's, but dancing at the thing where bad things have
Outside
happened to
the
mad
courtroom,
people. Yo, outside the courtroom dancing in oil is crazy, bro.
Just when you think you be saying, yo,
We gotta stop
You
romanticizing
seen this
these
at all? You ain't seen
public
it all,
figures.
yo.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah, we gotta stop romanticizing these public figures. There's no way you should
Absolutely.
be dancing in oil for nobody,
Why are you
bro.
happy with this?
There's a dude-
Diddy wasn't paying for nobody's stuff.
Yeah, yo.
Yo,
excited
remember it's
for
like
it.
it's like the R. Kelly joint when he got out, yo, everybody was like the Boondocks redid the joint, but people were so happy and all this.
Yeah,
Like, yo.
that's what it felt like. It was actually
We gotta
kinda
stop
shameful, man. I
romanticizing
felt a little
these,
bad, and I don't
public
like
figures.
saying that because I sometimes feel like the old dude, but that don't even really apply in this.
Nah, it's
scenario.
just being
It's like,
realistic about life, yo.
Did
That's
you-
just a
you
person.
feel no
He
kinda
was
like
doing mad weird stuff.
shame doing
It's
that.
weird. Just say it. It's
Bro.
weird.
They want the clout that bad,
It's
bro.
weird.
Yo, no, you
It's
know what? It was
weird.
somebody that thought that was a genius idea. Before the last day of the trial, he was like, "Yo, know what we should do, yo?
That's what I'm saying. It
We
was
should
preparation.
grab like 10 to 15 bottles of oil and have an oil party." Like,
The crazy thing is it's really, and this was funny because there was a picture that came up on Twitter as Jim Jones was having his spat with Nas and them and all that, whatever he was doing. They put a picture up on there using the King's
Oh,
disease
yeah, I
joint.
saw that.
Oh
I
my
saw
God,
that.
called Clout's disease.
Clout's
That's
disease.
what's happening out here, yo.
yeah.
The clout disease is infecting the whole entire world.
I ain't going to front, yo. I'm not going to speak on Jimmy because that's my boy, but it is really hurting my feelings, yo. That's all I will say, yo. Like, I don't like to see this activity. Jim, yo, you was my hero.
All
yo.
he doing
Snap
is
out of
playing
it,
the
yo.
clout game.
We can
That's
talk about
it.
that
He
in a-
said that.
Oh, let's talk about that in a
Please
second.
snap
Oh, my
out.
bad.
No, I want to wrap it up with this, yo. There was another person out there. I guess they were selling T-shirts that said "A Frico is not a Rico." We're
Frico
in a
is not a
wild
Rico is
era. It's the
crazy, bro.
social media era.
I knew when I seen him in that hat
That was
and
real
and the Bluetooth that was on in his ear, he was up to no good.
no good, yo.
He was trying to make a sale.
good.
That's it. He didn't care anything
his
about
next
what was
move
going
is to
on.
try to be a sports agent.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to definitely. Oh man, I forgot about that, my boy.
Nasty.
Yo, that guy. What's his name? Cooper? Sharif? What's buddy?
Something like that, yeah.
Something Cooper.
Because his son was in the NBA, but that's T. Cooper's pops, I heard. And it's somebody did a whole rundown on how their kids is his kids. I don't want to talk about them like that, but
That's
he
hilarious.
was like your
bro.
son out the league half a millisecond, your daughter doing OF. It was out of pocket. Yo,
dang.
I didn't even know I don't even.
Dang.
He was like, man, this dude flexing that one video that went viral this week.
Yo, the Rolls
Yo.
Royce. The Rolls Royce video is nuts to me.
Which one?
When he's in there trying to show off
Flexing.
the headrest, he's trying to show it off, so he keep doing like this in the camera.
Making it crazy.
But he's holding it. You can clearly see he's holding it, so he's doing all.
yeah.
He's
The front-
dodging the camera angle.
Yo, when you
So
we
y'all
keep
see
saying
that
it,
double R.
you over 25, yo. I think we've had this conversation. The front wood camera, especially for a guy, yo.
Yeah.
It's strange.
More than likely, it's not going to be very
crazy.
good things, yo.
It's pretty
It is
strange.
crazy.
It's
man.
not going to be
It is crazy.
9 times out of 10. Not 100% of the times, but at least 9 times out of
If
10.
you're not
yo.
doing that with like your kids or something, like
Yeah.
y'all just goofing around or something like that, It's not too many reasons you should
fellas.
really have that front facing camera on, yo. I'm just be honest with you.
And it looks bad on my phone because I have an Android, so it be all pixelated. I'm
Just keep it
thinking about it
I'm trying to
like
think.
yeah, that's not a good
is there
idea.
any reason outside of like
I
family
don't
or your
know,
lady?
yo. They take the- yeah, I don't really.
No, I don't think there's.
I mean, maybe you might want to flex for the ladies if you into that. I don't like maybe a selfie photo at most. I don't know about the video, yo. All in when it's close up like that, I don't know, yo. Like
This is when you.
That
Yo,
is
we
crazy.
revisited
I've done
this
it. I've
over
done
the
it.
years.
It is crazy though. If you
That's
think
one
about
of the
it.
What,
ones.
videos?
It is crazy. Yeah, it is.
You probably flipped it to tell a joke real quick.
I was saying something stupid, but it's still like even that. Like if you think about it, it's like why, yo. I was in a thirsty dark space, yo.
Don't
Let's
cry in
just put
front
it
of
on
it.
that. Yeah.
Don't ever
come on.
Crying on camera is like serial killer behavior, like low key. Like yo, quiet is kept. Like that's scary, bro. Like yo, what? You rehearsed that, yo? Like
If you come in crying, yeah, that's crazy.
He had the
That
photos.
mean you turn your phone on while you was crying.
Well, boy had the
That's
photos
nuts.
with the minks on too, yo. He was really what's the name? Ace Bailey looks sick, yo.
Yo, they are roasting him a little bit too because they had that first press conference out there.
Oh, I seen it.
And they did the NBA 2K style
Yeah,
joint with it. He gave the right answer though, so he's good.
The most stationary answers
Come
possible.
on. You know he
yo.
did not want to be out there in no damn Utah.
But you saw his face though, yo. He was sitting there like, yo.
Nah,
you seen him talk, and what's the name? This dude did not want to be in Utah.
That's
He don't
hilarious.
fit nowhere near in Utah, yo.
yo, that's hilarious.
Bro,
Utah is
nowhere
crazy.
near.
he wanted to go to
Utah.
either, I think it was the Wizards or
He was one pick
Brooklyn.
away from shaking off in DC.
Yo, if he'd have been in DC,
One
I
more
would've been
pick.
there.
DC or Brooklyn, yo.
You know when he saw
I'm so mad he didn't make it.
he saw the Wizards was coming up, yo. He started
Oh my
shaking off in the backstage on
And
outside.
the Wizards,
probably.
sorry, so it wouldn't be no pressure. It's just like, yo, figure the game out.
He was
Except
thinking
for-
Rose Bar immediately.
Oh, my goodness.
He was thinking in Chinatown. He was thinking of shaking off down at the wharf maybe to get some meals. He had so many ideas, and like you said, they don't have no. Like he would have been the starting wing immediately,
Absolutely.
with no
Yeah.
issues, getting mad.
We would have been mad hyped
young.
to see that kid there.
Bro, I wanted to go there to see him.
I
was
didn't care
mad,
if they
yo.
won 3 games. I,
really
wanted
can't
to see
stand
that kid there,
I can't
man.
stand Danny Ainge, yo.
Yeah.
He pisses me off every year. This made me mad, yo. I'm like, yo, I was looking for a reason to go
That
to
was
at
a
least
spite
one
pick.
more or 2 more games, yo.
I think that was a spite pick.
He
man.
always doing something, yo. Either trying to kill people in trades,
Yeah.
overpricing it. Then they
That's
said
whack,
everybody's
man.
like, it's a great infrastructure organization for stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, you telling me the team that be picking in like the bottom 5 every year is a great organization because
Yeah,
they got this
Utah.
coach? Bro, they lose every
Nah,
year.
That's what I was
yo.
about to say.
Lose
Utah
every
ain't
year.
been. What y'all
Yeah.
talking about?
And then they're
What
gonna
we
get
doing?
mad. They're gonna get mad. They know he did not want to be there. I understand, yo, it's the NBA. You should be happy to get job. And I partially agree. But I think when it's something like that, and you know, like maybe you could work out a trade to maybe get another asset and give him away. But because it's like I don't want anybody who absolutely don't want to be here. Let's get another pick, and let's see if we can get something extra.
Nah, that's
because at the
facts.
end of the day, they're gonna be the team that's mad, when, quote unquote. There's rumblings that he wants to go play for the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause, like Donovan Mitchell type, like because the dude don't want to be there.
Yeah.
He never wanted to be there. There's a lot of dudes that wouldn't mind being there. But come on. But yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta.
I was hyped to
Yo.
see our guy from Baltimore though made it down there, made it to the NBA.
Oh,
Our
Derek
guy
Queen,
Derek
yeah.
Queen.
Shout out Derek Queen, yeah.
Salute to
Derek Queen,
Yeah,
yo.
that's
He's from
hard,
Baltimore, yo.
I-
He said
yeah,
that on the
yeah,
main
that's hard.
stage.
After
I
the
still
game
felt
winner.
good.
After
Yeah.
hitting a crazy buzzer beater, yeah, that was very nice.
I'm
of
hyped
him.
for him. Hopefully,
I told Mike.
stay away from them beignets though, brother. Please,
bro.
God.
I already seen people trying to do the. I don't think so. This boy a hard worker. Don't start comparing him
Nah, he
to
not
Zion
Zion.
with the eating and stuff. We not trying to do it. We know he gonna be fine, yo.
That's
He
his
gonna,
game.
He's gonna be fine.
Nah, yo, your body is your temple in this level though, dog.
Yeah,
Make
stay
sure you
focused.
get it done.
But
Lock
I
in.
believe he's gonna stay focused.
Yeah,
I'm
I think he will.
Because they got that other kid too, Fears.
Yeah.
I'm
That kid
hyped for him.
fast.
I'm
yeah.
hyped for them down there. That might be a little good look down there.
I like it because he also I was telling Mike just briefly. I was like when I was like, wait a minute, yo, the Bulls. They were coming. They passed, but for a second I said, yo, if he goes to the Bulls, yo,
Mike was gonna be hyped.
Mike, you're gonna have to have a jersey.
I would have been
yo.
hyped.
You
I would have had a Queen jersey.
You had to have a jersey.
I would have had a
yo.
Queen jersey for sure.
That would have been crazy.
I would have definitely had a Queen
I was
jersey.
rooting for it, yo. I was in the crib rooting, like, yo,
That
go
would've
to the
made me
Bulls.
happy.
The Bulls draft them, and of course the Bulls did, do Bulls things. But I was like, man,
Like low key, we haven't done anything good in years, bro. It's getting bad. Like, we don't even try to get nobody entertaining.
I told you the dude that they drafted last year, he was all right. I told him when they drafted him, and he looked all right last year. We'll see when he comes up, but he looked all right. But Derek Queen, they had the press conference because in order to get him, it was kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. They traded, and they gave away their pick that was a little further back, but they also gave away their first round the rights. It's between, I think, the Bucks and somebody else. I can't think off the top of my head, but basically it looks like it might be another lottery pick next year. Unprotected.
Who'd he get
so that is kind
by?
of crazy, which means he's got to, they traded it to Atlanta.
Oh, okay, got you.
It was kind of crazy. Basically, you're giving up 2 first-round picks for him. But if he turned out to be nice like that, which we hoping it'd be dope. But he said I'm gonna try to make Joe Dumars a genius. He's like, because all those dudes in the class next to me. He said, ain't nobody in that class next year better than me. He said, I used to bust all day behind in high school. I like that.
Yeah, that's good energy.
That. So he said, it ain't gonna change when you get to the league. Now I'm like, young fella, you got to worry about not just that class. You got to worry about
everybody else.
But I like his spirit though, so he's gonna be a beast, man. I think he's gonna be legendary. I like everything I hear from him. I like his game a lot. And he has an opportunity. I don't know what they're going to do. I feel like they're going to trade Zion because I just don't see unless they play them both, play him at center and play Zion, which is they might do that, but defensively it could be a little shaky.
Yeah, I was about to say he might.
I don't really love that defensively.
At the 5, yeah.
But you know what I love? They be calling him. A few people have said it, yo. They be calling him the baby Joker.
Yo, his moves.
He's Joker-esque with some of his stuff.
A lot of the pump
That'd
fakes. He's got a good post game.
Yeah,
that's what I love to see. Remember, we was watching Maryland last year. Me and you was catching some of the games, and we was like, "Damn, why everybody got a post game down here?"
Bro, he can take you from the top of the 3-point line off the dribble.
Yeah, he was crazy all year.
If you refine his game.
And then I seen Angel Reese brother got picked up undrafted.
That's hard.
Julian Reese to the Lakers. Yeah.
Salute to him
Salute
too.
to Julian Reese.
That's hard, yo.
Baltimore in the building, man.
Baltimore, let's get it done.
On top of Angel Reese, player of the week.
Yeah,
shout out Angel Reese. I didn't know that.
Hooping, yo.
I like it.
All the smack talk and all of that. We said she need to lock in. But she locking in.
She look like she is.
She's beasting right now.
And their season, it starts fast. You feel me? It's quick and it's just like, well, she should have been more prepared in the beginning of the season. But I'm glad she's getting it together because she's super nice.
Now. Yeah, man. She rebounds, of course. That's always, and she trademarked me bounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was kind of I'm assuming she's selling that merch. She put out a lot of stuff, but.
I like it.
She keeps some merch.
I like it.
She keeps some merch.
Run it out. Get that money. If you got it, make money.
Hustler. Hustler. But that was a hard way to turn like somebody trying to be negative into something being positive.
Hey, take it.
So
that's how you gotta do the internet. You're not gonna win that, John.
Yeah.
So you gotta accept
everybody gonna have
the crown. Yeah.
And the most opinionated people usually
they not doing nothing
because they got time to have opinions on what everybody else doing. So it's like
I think I seen somebody said where the source came from. I don't want to say that because I'm not sure. But some of the stuff do be just people just having fun.
Yeah.
Most of it is
trolling.
Some of it is mad malicious,
anger.
Though, but regardless if it's fun or what's the name, transit. I always say when something go viral or something like that in a negative way for you or this, that, and the third, especially if you at that level,
lean in.
Yo, make some money out of it. Like don't overly fight it unless it's something super salacious.
Yeah, no. You know what that means.
You might even
we don't even gotta explain that.
Yeah, you might get lawyers.
We get the lawyers involved. The lawyer statement comes out.
Which still could be very financial for you. I'm just saying,
so.
So either way, try to turn that into a financial situation. But Angel, I just wanted that you mentioned Julian Reese. Definitely mention Angel Reese.
No, shout out Angel Reese.
Balling right now. They still need a few more guards, but
they definitely need a.
Yeah, because I was like her and Camila Cardosa.
I'm mad they got rid of
like
Shorty
Tim
from
Duncan,
last
David
year.
Robinson.
Kennedy Carter. I don't know how to say her first name.
Come on, man.
She was a beast. Where's she at now?
Last time I saw her, I think I saw her hooping overseas, getting buckets,
bro,
getting crazy buckets.
If she was on their squad, they would be solid right now.
I'm so mad, yo. I'm so mad.
That does suck for that team because that's the one thing they do need.
Yeah, man. WNBA, I had to read up on this because I noticed something. Yo, please. I forgot. I was getting a little confused when I was looking. I gotta look at it again. But start selling white jerseys again. It's this weird thing where they don't sell white jerseys. Mm-hmm. I want the Angel Reese, the pinstripe joint, yo.
Yeah.
I said that since last year, yo.
That'll be hard.
Please, can we get this done? I want that.
I have a black.
And she was that when we went to the game.
Black one too.
Yeah, the black one hard. But when she was hooping, and we went to the DC game, that's the one she had on. That's like I think that's the alternate one. I want that joint.
That
bad.
White Sox-esque looking
Yeah,
one.
yo.
That's tough.
That's
I'm like,
hard.
come on, yo.
definitely tough.
Come on, WNBA, let's get it. We want to support even more, yo.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's a lot of weird stuff going on. Like we alluded briefly to like the Jim Jones, how he's been acting. But did y'all see Jewels performing the other day with the Pooh Shiesty that was like
Lift it up.
My
The-
man had
the boneless
the
Pooh
boneless
Shiesty?
shiesty. I was about to say.
The boneless shiesty is
What's
dumb
happening,
funny. I hadn't
yo?
heard that term, yo. That's
yo,
mad
he
funny.
looked like a cross between the Pied Piper and the Ninja Turtle, bro. I'm like, why is that your
So
fit, bro?
Crazy, bro. Blank Man, he was everywhere.
Blank Man.
Like it was a lot.
Zorro.
They was going everywhere with it, yo.
God, dog, bro. That's the clout disease, bro.
Nah,
like
yo,
I keep trying to tell you.
Jewels is a fashion innovator. That's why it's wild. Like it's like what?
I'm just going to say, I hope it wasn't, I'll just say it like this to be clear. Hope it wasn't a step back for my man.
I'm putting
Y'all
him
know
on.
what
I'm putting the
saying?
clout disease. I don't want to put that one back
No,
on.
I'm saying
I'm gonna put the
hoping.
clout disease
I'm
on.
hoping because that was
On air, but I see what you're saying. On air, I'm gonna say it was the clout disease. He really wanted to go viral.
It made no sense. It has to be. That's what I was thinking.
That's
too.
the only thing I can think. And if you see something outlandish happening, your first immediate
Gotta
thought
jump
is
to
like,
it, yeah.
what are they selling? Why do they want to go viral? I don't believe anything now, honestly.
I'm very
Yeah,
disappointed.
you might be
Yo,
right, bro.
I sad to say that.
I'm not just disappointed because of that, right? That is whatever that is. But Jewels, if you're gonna do something that ridiculous, you gotta have at least a mixtape to follow.
Yeah,
up or
give us
EP,
something,
yo.
bro.
Come
Something.
on, now you just out here looking
But-
crazy.
In all honesty, man, I don't know if he can still do that no more, yo. Like the rapping abilities, this voice sounds crazy
Yeah,
now. You know, he's had a long life.
He said,
That's what I'll say. He's had a long run, man. And he let,
I know.
he let the
Another one of my
extracurriculars
heroes.
ruin it because he was a
Activities.
monster when he was young, bro. He was about to be an animal.
Bro.
Then Wayne got to him. It was Wayne's fault. I'm putting it on Wayne, bro. I'm putting it on Wayne, man.
Allegedly, but like, yo,
I can't feel my face. We didn't know that. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Yo.
but you gotta really think because Jewels, first off, Wayne was held at such a high regard back then. For people to accept you on the track with him, you had to be a top guy, bro. Like, and I don't know what happened, bro. It just kind of makes me sad because I really had big hopes. Anybody that knew me as a kid, they know how I rocked with Dipset. I was riding hard
But that
for
was
them.
our whole
like, yo.
generation, yo.
Not everybody. You remember it was like a lot of the G Unit wave. It was kind of segmented in middle school.
I think
I don't think you because
the
you had an
people
older
I know
brother
rock
and
with
like
both, yo, for the most part.
No.
Dipset took, yo, it was like locusts coming through. It was just taking over, yo.
yeah,
Like,
it was.
It was-
For
it was-
some
it
people
was-
though,
it
some
was-
people didn't like Jimmy and them like back
oh
in
yeah,
the day.
no,
Yeah.
Jimmy was like the most polarizing out of all of them back then, yo. Like I remember at that time, like you had people that really wasn't.
But I remember on like the On My Way to Church days, like he wasn't. It was like a lot of people that they had
but see,
above
that's what I'm
him.
saying. You talking about Jimmy?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
No,
if Dipset
Cam
as a whole-
definitely.
Bro,
was on
everybody
top,
was trying
yeah.
to dress and look like Dipset.
Nah,
Everything
you
was
right
going
because people
crazy.
was wearing pink T-shirts.
It was crazy, yo.
People
It
was
was
wearing pink
crazy.
T-shirts.
All that stuff.
Even though people would talk about Jimmy's rapping, yo, people was, doing the stuff that Jimmy had. Like it was
The wallet chains, all of that
was
stuff
crazy,
that they was
yo.
doing. They was doing
the
some
Eagle,
stuff back then,
the
though.
Dipset
The big
Eagle
I
was
forgot about that.
Bro, they started
Taking
the
over.
small clothes, bro. Like Jimmy was the first person with like a regular thermal on, like the one
Yeah,
you
nah,
wear
that's a
under
fact.
a shirt, bro.
I had it. I got a photo right
Certified
now.
gangster.
But before that, you remember thermals was like big thermals, like
Yeah.
a thermal like sweatshirt almost like thing. Like
I know for a fact. Like I said, I got a picture I can pull up right now. I'm not going to put, but I'm like,
Everybody had the thermal.
I had the
Yeah, we
thermal
was
with
all
the joint
rocking
around my
thermals.
neck. Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
braids to the side. Like,
Yeah.
well, that was a Baltimore thing, the braids, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean to the side, but like
Thermal was
still, yo, the
definitely happening,
thermal,
bro.
and then you had probably some. Probably had like some cargo, you know
Yeah.
that era, yo, with the big belts.
yeah.
Oh, the
no,
big
no,
belt
no.
with
No, it was.
that was slid down.
No, it was the- it
you
was
have
the-
it hanging down, yo. Like that used to look crazy
That
if you
did.
really think about
It
it, yo.
was-
With
it
the
was-
slam belt,
And no, it
the
was-
slam belt is wild.
No,
yo.
it was hot pants wise back then, yo. It was the nasty, like the real box fit pants, like that was real big, and then it had like a wash in the middle, like it'd be like a black joint, and it just be gray on the knee, yo. It was nasty work, yo.
Yeah, we had nasty work,
from the
man.
shin bone
Some of
to
that
the
stuff's
thigh.
trying
It
to
was
come
great.
back though, yo. I seen some of it coming back, son.
Yeah, that's what all of the Concrete Boys dress like. They dress like that era. Clearly, they stole everything from that era. Like Lil Yachty and
Yo,
them.
the thermal
It's no
days
disrespect
was
because all that
serious.
stuff comes back around. Yeah, yo. Yeah, the
The
Jimmy
was
thermal,
necessary,
bro.
yo. Thermal was necessary.
Yo,
I
we
know
had
I ain't
cheap.
short, but
I'm gonna keep it a
Nah,
bean. What
that's-
was we getting them Jones?
bro, it was I think it was like a beauty supply store.
Yeah,
low-key.
you could
Yeah.
usually get them there. I know. I'm not gonna lie about it. I went to Foreman Mills.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Foreman
Stocked
Mills.
up at Foreman Mills.
Foreman
son.
Mills, bro. It was 47 fits for $36.99.
Foreman Mills.
come on, man.
Scratch those bills.
Let me stop promoting them because
yo.
I'm not going. They ain't paying
Oh,
me, so
yeah.
let me chill. I just
Yeah.
think this is catchy.
That's a Baltimore thing, though.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, and since we was kind of leaning into a fashion thing, and you brought up the Pharrell Lego movie, bro, and I did watch it. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. It was great. I did not know all that talent was there. You brought up a great case point with all of them going to school together, and it was like that neighborhood was weird in Virginia Beach. Like it was like it's no reason this much talent should be here. Like Pharrell and Timberland should never be at the same school. And definitely
That's
not Missy
true.
Elliott and Pusha T. and like, I'm like, yo, come on, yo.
Malice and them.
I'm telling you though.
Yeah, Malicious just chilling. He a little bit older. He pull up at the studio after class,
Malicious-
like, yo.
malicious feelings.
Dumb funny, bro.
I
Like
keep-
no, it was a good movie though. It's
Yeah.
solid joint.
I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm mad late. I was so pumped when I heard it was coming out because I love the idea, and I still never got around to it. But I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's crazy
But,
though.
yeah,
how you
with
get-
the rollout for the album, I wanted to talk about them jellyfish tennis, yo, Pharrell.
Oh yeah. No, let me mention
All
real
right,
quick
all right,
because
bet.
I want you to dive into that. But I was like, it's certain areas. I think I don't know if it was on part or off, but anyway, it's like certain areas that just for some reason, like I don't know, the heavens open and just blessed them with a bunch of talent, especially musically. Like if you check out like the Philly time period with like the Roots and Boys to Men and like
Philly is
and
deep.
Jill Scott, like
Philly
it
is
was a
OD deep,
whole
too.
and they were all in the same. Some of them cross-lap with schools and all this crazy. And if you ever look at like the OG of OGs, yo, with Motown,
Detroit.
original story, yes,
Yeah.
you find out they were like, bro, they lived in the same neighborhood. Yo.
Man,
Yeah.
struggle,
We're talking
bro.
like some of the greatest artists. Period, yo.
Not gonna lie.
Original songwrite, like just like it's
Yeah.
it's crazy how like certain pockets just talent is just
They just come out.
it's
man.
just crazy.
That's
at an
why- that's
all-time
why,
high.
like-
and BA got that little like
Nah, they really for the
course, New
era
York
when they
is-
all
yeah,
started
stuff like
bubbling, that was crazy. Cause that even made me go back and listen to Missy first album. I'm like, yo, she really like everybody say rap, but she really like an underrated R&B artist, low key. Like she be shaking off in the R&B
I feel
vein
like that
too.
album was more so
Does that
more
have, like,
hip hop
in
and
the
rap.
same
I feel
range?
like she started
Friendly
dipping,
Skies though, like she had some ones
I
on
feel like in
there
the
where it
second
was
and third
like,
album she dipped in more into the R&B even more heavier. I would say
Yeah.
that first album was just like a Smokers album. yo.
that album is hard,
that was
bro.
That was a zone.
The Super Duper Fly joint is hard, bro.
because the beats kind of flowed together in that joint. Like it wasn't a whole.
Timberland was an Ultra Instinct at that time, bro.
Oh yeah, he was doing Genuine stuff. Hers. He was
And the sick part is Genuine is from like I think Silver Spring,
yeah,
Maryland, somewhere in that
He's in
DMV
DMV.
area. So
think
that
it's
was the
PG.
DMV was rich at that
Or
time.
Montgomery.
It might
It's
be
one of them
PG. It
joints.
might be PG
Yeah, it's one of
County.
them
Correct
joints.
us if we wrong.
But
man.
yo, before you get into the jellyfish,
Mm-hmm.
he been getting killed recently. Remember we did that episode on Genuine years? What was that? A long time ago. That was like 2 years ago or
our
something.
guy.
Oh yeah, you went on Valentine's Day.
They finally starting to say what I was saying, and it's the fact that he's not singing.
Yeah, he would be too cooked.
He's
Yo, he
hooked
too
up
old
there
for
not
that, yo.
singing, bro. Like we paying money to see this man, and we
And-
seeing his background singing.
And he not in his 20s no more. If you drunk, you not gonna be
Allegedly.
able to sing, bro. Allegedly.
Come on, man.
We don't know.
Come on, man. I'm not.
Yeah, matter of fact, I love Genuine.
Stop
but
booking him or
Don't
something,
jip the
bro.
fans. Don't jip the fans.
Whatever's
After the show.
going on, please, Genuine.
Get
Same
some
OG.
help.
That's my guy, yo.
After
Stop.
the show, bro. After the show.
But yeah, talk about the. I definitely want them.
Oh yeah, that Pharrell got a collab with Adidas, the Jellyfish, yo. And I think Zay sent the video because all the colorways look hard. But it was one, I think either you sent it, or no, it was my man Darian. Shout out Darian, because I posted it on my Insta story. Then he sent me a video of a guy that got like one of the first 76 pair, and he tried them on. Like, these might be the ones, yo. They icy, bro. Like,
tough.
the orange ones look.
I kept
You got
saying
them on at the O's game. I guarantee you opening day next year is going to be 80% of those. Anybody that has a couple of dollars and has been saving, like, is going to own those, bro.
Pharrell, yo,
and
Pharrell.
they're expensive, but they're not like $900 or something crazy. Yeah,
tag Pharrell in the comments, yo. Tell him to send them.
Yo, send us a pair so we can discuss them. I wear a 9.5, bro. No, I need the original flavor though. The ones with that gray in there, I'm like, oh, they real player, bro.
I definitely want to grab them joints though. If
they
don't sell out fast, I want to grab.
They gonna sell out fast.
Damn. They are, yo.
They gonna sell out fast,
and then they gonna be selling them for like $2,000 or something.
I'm not doing that.
Yo.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm missing them if that happens.
I'm gonna keep it real.
If I can't get them at market rate.
There's certain shoes where if you know how normally, like if you don't got the money, don't pay for shoes. You might want to do it if you just got, because you're gonna be able. I'm not encouraging that. You could be able to flip them joints or something crazy.
Be able to
for like 4 times the price. Wait like 3 months.
I get them.
Yeah.
The O's ones is hard.
Yeah.
Well, we Demon is the O's ones, but I like I might get them greens, yo.
The greens is icy too.
I don't even know.
The greens is icy too. They got the blue ones too. It's like some black, blue, and gray looking
They got
joints.
the
go with
all
them
black
joints.
commando joints.
Yo, they all fire, bro. The all blacks might be icy too, bro. And you could break those out in the winter, dog.
Yo, Clipse, we real ones. We don't be doing all that like flipping sides and all that. We listen to 38 Special and stuff like that, yo. So like send that down here,
bro.
I'm surprised they.
No, I've been liking because Zay always not complains, but always points out why a lot of artists don't get to that level when they got that project dropping. And this rollout for the Clipse album has been really nice. They was at the freaking thing for Pharrell in Paris or wherever they was at when he released the shoes. He producing the album, produced their first 2 tracks. They got him beefing with Travis Scott. It's like,
They've been doing interviews with all type of exhibitors. Like,
bro, he had like
platforms.
It was a joint. It was so genuine too. I can't remember the name of the guy that interviewed him, but it was the first like long interview. But Malice, you could tell Malice is like you, the older brother. Yeah. And then he just got Pusha T started. Like he just threw
Malice
like little stuff out there to get him going, and then he'd just start telling the truth.
Yeah.
Malice is
he don't
hilarious.
like. You just could tell that he just doesn't like people who aren't genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's his thing that and if you do anything that's backhanded, I hate you forever.
You know what's crazy? They who dragged him back into being Malice from no Malice, yo.
Know what I think it was?
What?
I think Pusha T got to a level that's so high regarded now they can kind of do what they want. Cause he kept saying it on the episode. He was like, yo, we started like when they first split, they started talking about solo album paths and stuff. He was like, yo, I genuinely don't rock with a lot of these people. Like, I like doing this with my brother, but like, I'm not about. You could tell he basically no cut cards on the weirdo stuff.
He knew
at
the
all.
game
so,
was
like,
fake. That's
like,
why.
yo, I'm not trying to be
like
around like everybody.
Like
and Push understood
years.
like, yo, I gotta play the game
funky.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I've been ecstatic, bro. I've been listening to that Keys Open Doors like every day, bro.
Snap,
like that beat is so hard. And if we could get a 25 version of that, or that Hello New World, here we come.
I forgot about that song.
Trains on the hood screaming, I'm on my way. You know Pharrell gonna hit us with the crazy.
Nah, I seen the lineup too. That's gonna be a good album. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
They asked Malice, Malice had funny. They was like, "What's your favorite song right now?" He was like, He kept going rock. I'm gonna have to go with Not Like Us. I'm like, yo,
that's hilarious.
They got an in for the boy.
Yeah, yo.
It's
they definitely. Bars is coming straight at him. Straight at him. Maybe in the first song.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy, I think Jimmy gonna get shot.
Jimmy
up
getting
too,
shot
yo.
too? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think they've been saving it. They've been saving. Yo, bro, they heard all the stuff. They saving it, yo. It's gonna be this album, yo.
So be it.
I haven't been so pumped for an album in a while,
You
man.
know Pusha T gonna come in. You are not cold. You are not frost. Boy's lost.
Then they quote unquote it was an accidental
like sure.
The fake abs, yo. He gonna go at them too, yo.
An accidental quote. Remember leak of Kendrick's verse on that song that was released at Paris last time that pissed Jimmy and everybody off. I'm like, bro, this setup game is crazy.
It's beautiful.
Nah, they just understand how to, like you said, manipulate the market. Because a lot of these songs probably have been done.
I think so.
And then they just tell
said it
like,
was
no,
done
this
last year.
one of the ones.
Yeah,
Let's go
they
tighten
They said
it
the
up.
album was done last year.
I believe it. Yo.
It's about when to drop too. It's about when to drop. Because you got to think Kendrick had everything
They
shut
cleared the
down
runway.
for like
He
a
did have
solid
everything
8
locked
months.
down
Yo.
last
He cleared
year.
the
It was like, yo, he literally was like, yo, nobody else
Touche.
can drop for the next. He gave us a 50 Cent.
And it was the boy too, so
it's
it's like he ain't want to jump on that. I want my own.
Yeah.
I want my own.
yeah.
I like it. I'm hype. I'm old. I'm an old man, so my old ears starting to adjust to only older sounds.
You
now.
want to know something though? It's a lot of music out right now, but bars are becoming popular again. I think it because you gotta think the trap wave went for a long time
Yeah, it
now,
wasn't
yo.
first,
Like it's
man.
been like, yo, Zay,
It's still going. It's still going.
but when it was like that's all we was listening to, and it's like eventually it goes around full circle. Cause Benny the Butcher just dropped a song called Summer 25, joint hard, bro. 38 Special, like you said, cooking, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you said old. I wouldn't say I'm old, but what I will say is, one, I always had appreciation for bars. I think we all in here have.
yeah.
I do need to
But-
find a better word than old.
Yeah, you're great.
Mature.
Mature.
is.
You're a grown man.
I have
Yeah.
matured
You're in your
'Cause we
30s,
not
you're a
even in
grown
our
man.
40s
yeah,
yet.
when you're in your 30s,
But we
you're a
have an
grown man.
appreciation
Though.
for certain things.
Yeah.
And this is what lets me know this, because y'all know how I feel about this person. My man Raekwon, yo.
Yeah, he dropping on, I think 2 weeks.
A week after the Clipse.
Yeah, that's hard.
Come on, yo. This about to be my
That's
favorite
hard,
know
bro.
that.
two back-to-back weeks in a long
This gonna
time,
be
yo.
fire,
musically,
bro.
Yo. In the joint called The Emperor's New Clothes.
And he got mad.
Oh,
I saw the
and he got mad
picture of it.
features
I didn't
on
know
there.
that was an album.
what's the-
I thought
what's
that
the
was a
features on
cover or
there?
something. I didn't even know it was an album.
Bro, he got Nas on as of right now, and it says and more. Nas, Method Man, West Side Gun, Inspector Deck, Ghostface Killer, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. I
Oh
told
my
y'all,
goodness.
he was Griselda. Well, all of them to an extent. Well, a sector of them to an extent. I said he fathered that style.
Yeah,
yo.
he did.
And I kept saying I want to hear them all together on more stuff if possible. The fact that I'm seeing basically the major players from Griselda, at least so far on there, I'm telling you, I was like, he's that style.
That's
that
hard,
style
bro.
that they do. The fashion, the what's the name, the West Side and all of that. Bro, Raekwon was the fashion
Yeah.
killing dude out in Wu-Tang at the time.
Incarcerated
yo.
Scarfaces is like one of the flyest songs
The
of all time.
jackets, the shoes, he was pioneering all of that stuff. The
Yeah.
punk, like he's that dude. I was like, so that's why when they was coming, I'm like, oh, they really getting
And
back
what-
in it.
and,
I need 38 on there though.
Yeah,
Y'all already know how I feel about 38. I
And
need
West Side
38.
Gun is in his bag too, cause he got a deal with Shakoni, and he dropping like these red joints. They fire,
Exactly.
bro. It's
Hold
different
on.
colorways.
Raekwon did that before.
Oh, he
in
did?
the 90s. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
hard.
When I say that, no
That's
disrespect to him, I
hard.
don't want
I
to say
didn't
they.
know.
I don't want to say his sons. He's not dead.
No, he's the OG.
He fathered that style. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
he's the
saying.
OG.
The Sauconys is the snow beaches. Bro, that's Raekwon in the 90s, 30 years ago, yo.
I didn't know that.
30 years
know
ago.
that.
Probably
He'd be
30 years
considered
ago.
the prototype.
He's
probably.
yes, bro.
That's
That's
probably what they would
Raekwon.
call him. He was
The
the-
No, he
style
was
and the
ultra fly.
profile
He
and that
was
type
ultra
of
fly
rap.
back in the
That's
day,
cool,
bro.
man.
The
I
flow
think
and
that's
Icy
still good.
Fits.
It's Raekwon. So
I know
I'm
how
just-
people do feel about when you call them sons. And
No,
stuff,
I
so see
don't
what
want to
you're
do that.
saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
But I'm sure
But
that they would
influence.
say
They
he
are
influenced
definitely
them, for
highly
sure.
influenced by
for
it.
sure. For sure, and they killing it. They doing their thing. They
Absolutely.
fly. They taking it.
Fly God.
to next levels and stuff, so like that.
Yeah.
So it's paying. They didn't pay homage in a bad way. They doing it in the correct way, yo.
Nah,
And when
everybody can rap. It feels good when it's a project where you could just be like, yo, he really saying something. It means something.
Exactly, yo.
It's not just like ultra unked out. Like I'm motivated. I want to go work out or get money or whatever you do. It make you like yo, listen to this 38 Special. I'm not 38 Special. What's our other man, Joe? I can't believe I'm slipping on his name. Him and Benny just dropped the album together.
Oh my goodness!
not El Camino.
It is 38 special, isn't it?
No.
No, that's not 38 Special.
Damn, man, I'm tripped
Hold on,
out.
wait a minute. Where is it? But I know what you're talking about, yo.
Damn, no, we can't
No,
do
we
my
gotta
man
find it.
like that, yo. I'm sorry, yo. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on my man's, like, cause this is really our boy. I sent the freestyle of him the other day.
Yeah, but like you said, there are barbarians coming back now, which makes things feel really good.
The seasoned rappers in general, and that's how I want to say it.
Oh wait,
Hearing
I'm
them
tripping,
rap
it was
good.
38 special.
I told
Method
y'all.
Man,
I'm tripping. It
on
was 38
the
special.
deluxe
It was
version. I
38
thought it was
special.
38.
It was
special.
38 special. I'm
I was
tripping.
like, maybe
I'm tripping. I was
another-
mixing up
okay,
names.
okay.
My
I was
bad.
tripping. So yeah, Method Man on that the deluxe version of the Mother and Gun or
Yes,
whatever it is.
killed it.
Killed that.
Killed
Yeah.
it.
Lloyd Banks on that joint. Lloyd
Killed
Banks
it.
been rapping like
He
that for a
always-
while now. He
All
just
of-
be
they gonna
rapping.
let
But he
all the
stay
bar
sharp,
people.
though.
They
Stay
gonna let all the
super
bar
sharp.
people-
Nobody is listening to Lloyd enough, man. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
But
Because you know he don't
as also that's the thing.
But I was saying it even like
like
last
me.
year. One of my favorite albums was that Common album.
A good one. I haven't listened to
I
it yet,
listened
but
to
I
it.
know
I
you
haven't
told me
listened to it.
about
I
that.
need to
Him
listen
and was that Pete Rock?
Pete Rock,
Was it?
yes.
Yeah, Pete Rock.
Fire.
I haven't
yo.
listened to that joint
LL
yet.
came out with an album, and I liked it for the most. I didn't like it more than
I
the
haven't
Common
listened to
joint,
that.
but I thought it was. He was rapping.
Okay.
He was rapping some of the beats.
It's good to hear the old dudes rapping, bro. I'm not gonna lie, and sounding good.
Yes, sounding good, putting craft in it, and these young dudes ain't get them out the way, yo. They it's a lane, yo. People at some
Yeah.
point be like, yo, I want to listen to good.
To be honest, it's never a
Solid,
way to
excellent
get that out the
projects.
way. Because I feel like even the young dudes secretly, if they hear like a good beat and somebody really just goes crazy on the bars, you have to appreciate it, regardless who
You
you are,
should.
bro.
I would
Like,
hope you would.
you'll be like, yo, he went crazy on that. Like, even people that didn't like or care for that the style of music or like Jay-Z or something like that, like when he was on a beat and it was like, oh, and he really going crazy, you have to love it, yo. You have to love it, yo. Like it's
Yeah.
If
So
you
it's
like
been
rap.
refreshing, like you
You,
said. The
you know
hip-hop
what I
game.
like with these seasoned rappers is seeing is like it's like the other game that a lot of them try to claim that they were a part of back in the day, but like they like, oh, these young dudes ain't getting us off the block. We gonna stay right here and set up shop again. And keep them out the paint because they not moving them out the paint.
Yeah.
They
They're
can't.
like, no, we gotta.
It's not digestible. They
They
making minute and a half songs,
Yeah.
man. I can't. I don't even remember half the
Yeah.
songs.
And kids don't buy. I mean, nobody really buys albums, but kids don't really like you know how when an album that we like come out, we just keep listening to it
Yeah.
for the most part. So at least the streaming is running up.
Got
It's
40,000 albums.
It's not
and
disposable
songs
like
now.
that. Like
Yeah.
we gonna keep running these albums. Like the Clipse album when it come out, yo, we gonna be playing that
Absolutely.
for a while. Yo. I'm still playing Benny and Specialized.
I still let GNX
Yeah.
some of the GNX
I'm
slide
predicting
in there.
now though.
sometimes,
I'm
bro.
predicting
Yes.
now though. Like that album is going to be up there with like how GNX was received. As far as like, as long as if the beats are in the level in this range where the first two songs were, it's going to be monumental for people out.
It's still
age,
be
bro.
fair. GNX is a whole wave.
So it's about-
Yeah, it
But-
is.
but this
Not
is-
that
this-
big.
this
Yeah,
is
you're
gonna
right.
do
Not
well.
that big, but it's going to be a big,
gonna be
big,
good,
big
though.
project.
It's gonna do. They doing other things they can.
I'm hoping Pharrell can give them like those hooks, bro. Like, cause Pharrell is like,
Nah, he
in my
sounds locked
opinion,
in.
one of the greatest, bro.
We was
Like,
listening
he is
to
one of the greatest.
another
period.
seasoned rapper who was with Pharrell, Renzel Rose.
Yeah.
Rick
Yeah, that
Ross,
Rose
yo.
and Pharrell song,
That
it
joint
dropped
was-
like a couple days ago. It's fire, bro.
Y'all like that?
I like it because I like.
Yeah.
I gotta re-listen. Something
Fire,
wasn't-
bro.
It's not
it
like
wasn't clicking with me.
it's not like it's a monumental great song, but I like it because I understand.
like the club.
It's
What
he
meant for it's
Sound
a,
like the summertime.
It's an
joint?
overseas type of sound.
All right.
Mixed
I'ma
with
try.
a little bit of
I'ma
hair
try
joint.
again. 'Cause
And
I
if
was
you-
like, what the
Like I
hell?
say, unless you've been over, of course, if you overseas or just hitting international cities and hitting up spots with an international type of flavor to it, I understand what they doing, yo. Like I was the person that like I said, talking with Mike last week. I was like the Drake Grease song that some people didn't like. I like that song a lot. Yo. I understand. Like you got to be moving and shaking a little bit, yo, to kind of in certain like to kind of understand what something. But the Drake hard with the beat flip and everything. But long story short, it lets me know Pharrell's kind of outside again, yo.
Yeah, nah,
He's back in the
Pharrell,
hip hop bag again, yo.
Pharrell really great, bro. He really talked about the ups and downs though of it. Like, you feel me? Because you gotta think he was.
And
Like-
if you remember all the eras that he was breaking down. Like,
Yeah.
damn, he was everywhere. My man was on every goddamn like major rapper
Yeah.
that was out. He was producing something for him, and then he
Yeah.
started going into the pop realm. He getting Gwen Stefani and them like that. He was doing all sorts of stuff.
I respect it, yo.
They did a joint where it was like him and Kanye was on. It was like a wild percentage of like songs that was being played
Yeah.
on the radio at a time.
Yeah.
Smoking.
It was a crazy percentage, yo. Just them
Smoking,
two alone,
bro.
yo.
Nah, that's how
that
you know
movie
Pharrell
really-
different though, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that movie really put it into light as far as what he's done. You don't. you don't really remember it as, or I didn't really personally remember it as much, but to see it in a film like that, and then like you said, to be shot in that Lego style, it's easily digestible almost.
That was hard.
It's a little bit more digestible.
Yeah.
You know, seeing Snoop Dogg in them, like just thinking about when he dropped that beat. It was,
That was crazy. That was a crazy.
Even
beat.
the Nori joint. The what? To
Yeah.
think to even use that as the joint
that
is
joint
crazy.
Super
hard,
thug,
bro.
yo.
Come on,
That joint was
yo.
hard, bro.
How did you even? He said he was using that to count his bars. He
He had
wasn't-
too many hits, bro.
He wasn't even really doing that on the song. When Pharrell was like, "That's it, right there. Do that." Damn, that's crazy, yo. To just have that kind of genius brain.
That's hard, bro.
That song is crazy. That's like when it's.
That's because Pharrell good. Yo, he's secretly on the. I'm telling you, on the hooks. I don't think it's too many people close to him, bro. Like, he really wild, bro. He wrote a lot of like. Like, you remember the first time you heard grinding? Like, nobody was like, grinding.
Right, yo. He does.
Yo, I was like, yo, what is that?
Everybody.
Remember the first time we was like, what is that?
'Cause
What,
even
I've never
the-
even heard anybody
It's
do
one of the
that.
few beats that everybody felt like they could do, though, but was so
You know
hard.
what I keep
And he knew. I think he knew
lining.
that. I think he knew he was going
Kill
to be beat on the
tables,
lunch
yo.
table.
Kill tables for about a year straight.
Year
yo.
and a half. He was
Yeah.
beating the lunch table down with
Made
that
new
beat.
tables
yo.
at the
Yo,
school.
and shout out the Clipse again, because they stayed solid to that. Yo, the first track was about the same thing they talk about now. Oh, man, from ghetto to backyard to yard, I sell it whip, done whip, it's off the hard.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that's hard.
Yeah, but that's what we gonna do. Is some boxing. We want to do.
One thing I did want to. One thing I did want to touch on was just the Jurassic Park. I'm hoping we all get to see that this week or somewhere in this time frame, and next week we can reconvene
like I said,
on it.
I'm pumped because the last movie, we talked about it briefly before this. The last Jurassic Park was, I know they did World, so they started veering off more and more further from the parks, and then it got completely, to me, the last one didn't feel, it was the first one that didn't feel like Jurassic Park to me. It felt like an action movie with dinosaurs in it. If that makes, I'm sure people.
I didn't see the last one in.
Like, it wasn't like, I didn't think it was the
probably
worst
saw
movie ever, but I was like, it didn't, I was like, okay. Like, okay, it just felt.
It ran its course, man.
It ran its course. But
Ran its
now,
course.
with the new one, it's called Rebirth for a reason. That's marketing.
Yeah.
They knew
Yeah.
they was doing too much. Because the Locust and everything, and we talked about it before, the Locust should have been its own separate
Yeah.
movie, yo.
That
Because the
shit
Locusts
just
were more
made the
creepy than the
Locust
damn
movie.
dinosaurs at this point. That was crazy. Mike, the Locust was like
It was killing
3
everything.
feet big, yo. It was creepy, yo.
That would be wild.
And
It was
Yeah.
flying in swarms.
Swarms, yo, was wild. yo.
everything,
Genetically,
bro.
yeah. That should have been a separate movie. They messed up with that. But the new one looks like they brought it back to an island-esque situation park with a, there's always a mod.
The new T-Rex.
Yeah, they always got a
the T-Rex
go too far with a
raptor.
dinosaur. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
one
one
is
that's-
huge. It got like a big forehead, and it looked like one of, what is those, the hammered dolphin? You know the dolphins with the big foreheads, yo, whatever that is? That's what it looked
damn.
like, yo.
I know what you're talking about.
But scary as heck, yo. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Bring it back to that type of joint, yo. Because y'all was taking it too far. They was up in the snow, in the mountains, and Colorado or whatever the heck they was.
too much
And
going
it was
on.
a
One
lot
of them,
going
they
on.
was inside of a
clone,
house.
A clone kid
Yeah,
that
it's
carried
too
on from
much.
the movie before, but they made it a bigger story in this. They was trying to. I understand what they was trying to do, but it wasn't. Just bring it back to what we love. That's
Yeah,
all. I'm
we get to see Scarlett Johansson in that thing. See what she do in that movie. Yeah, my boy
Had to pay a big
Mahershala
what's
Ali.
Mahershala, they had to pay
Come
some
on,
folks. with
come
the big
on,
names.
fam.
I mean, with,
Mahershala, he
talking
better
about
not die
Jurassic Park,
early,
he got the
fam.
bread.
Nah, he better not die at all, yo.
No death.
No death, yo.
I think he gonna die.
No death.
What's the over under?
My man's from the original Jurassic World.
I'm gonna say he survives.
got
His
him
fits
surviving?
look like he's like gonna be like a real
I'm
serious
going
hero.
with death.
my man's
Not
that,
early though.
that
Like
was
later
helping
in
out with the
movie.
Raptors in the original Jurassic
Heroic
World.
death.
He was surviving all the way through.
He
yo.
did.
Just saying, yo. So Mahershala, come on, yo.
It's not the old school days, so they're not gonna kill the
Yeah, it used to be
early.
guaranteed.
You know
It used
what I
to be
mean? They're
guaranteed.
not gonna knock them off
It used to be
early.
guaranteed.
It's a
Like,
guaranteed knockoff.
I was talking to this about. I've mentioned this numerous times though. If they would have really, because he was popping, but it wasn't like. If they would have known what they know now, they wouldn't have killed Samuel Jackson in the first one. He was the black
yeah.
casualty in the
Yeah.
first one. Bro, he would have been in every. He would have been
forgot
like
he
Jeff
was even in
Goldblum.
that first
They'd have
one.
bringing him in and out for decades.
Yo,
They didn't know.
it.
They didn't know what they had on
They
their
didn't know
hands.
they had.
They didn't know they
the
had
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, they didn't know they had
just knew he
one
was
of the goats.
bubbling.
Yeah.
Well, he was
They
established.
probably was
but
talking to him crazy and everything. Yo, I don't like that. Now I'm
But you-
getting
but you-
mad.
but you
Now I'm
remember-
getting mad
but
about
you remember
Samuel,
that-
yo.
but you
Like I
remember
forgot he
that-
was
that
in that.
Samuel wouldn't allow himself to die in
But you remember at
joints.
that time, that's how it was with Sam. Because remember on Goodfellas, yo, he was in there for like 35 seconds,
was
yo.
early-
They
early
cooked
Sam.
him.
That was still early. He still had a
early
hairline.
Sam, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Well, he was in Jurassic Park 2 with kind of what, but
He had a lot of
When
roles,
did
man.
Goodfellas
That's my
come out?
dog,
Like the
man.
80 like 90?
What?
Goodfellas.
Yeah, that was the
90
early
something,
90s.
Yeah,
early
so
90s.
yeah, that was around that same
Nah,
time.
they did him extra dirty in Goodfellas.
Which one was the
Yeah.
dirtiest role as far as that? Or was it when he went into McDowell's and got swept off his feet by Eddie
No,
Murphy?
Yeah, that's
it's
which
my
one is
man
that?
Gator. Yo,
it's Gator? Oh,
Pops
yeah,
clapped
yeah,
him.
Yeah, that's
Marvin Gaye
hilarious. Yeah,
style,
that
yo.
was wild.
My man said, I got something special.
Forgot about
doing
that.
this
Said
shimmy.
Gator, yeah.
When he took him to the crack house, I mean, as we were watching that, she was like, because the crack house looks so bad, yo. And I just remember being a kid, like, oh my gosh, Halle Berry's a crackhead.
Yeah, it's tough, bro.
Nah,
And
that's
she
a
was
wild
bodying
movie.
the role too good, yo. She was
The
killing it
crackhead
too good,
roles
but yes.
do affect
Gator the crackhead, yo. Samuel Jackson should have got nominated. Him and Holly should have got nominated for something, yo. Something, yo. They like
They wasn't ready to nominate a portrayal of a good crackhead back then. Yo. That was too much. That is too
Come
much.
on, man. Respect the art, though. Yo.
It's too much for the the Grammy board.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good, yo.
Academy.
Academy, my bad.
I'm hoping
Grammy
it's
is definitely
good.
the music
I'm hoping
joint.
it's
I always
good.
mix them joints up.
We're gonna be
The
talking
Oscars.
about movies a lot this month
White Awards.
because Superman, Fantastic Four, and Jurassic Park. So we got.
Oh,
we gotta-
Superman,
please.
Superman. Y'all gonna stop playing with me with this dog, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Y'all trying to sell us on that dog, yo. You not, and every scene that I've seen of this movie looks terrible.
I don't like it.
The most recent one with the big monster that he
I don't
comes up
like
out the
it
ground to
one
save
bit.
another dog. They keep using dogs to try to pull us
I
in.
think they gonna do too much with this one, yo. Cause it's one scene, right? First off, I hate when the big superhero movies like show all the big scenes, but it's so
That's
all
when you
over
can
the
tell
place
it's gonna
with
be
this.
bad, yo.
Yo, it's like one scene where
That's
it's like
usually when you
it's
can
like
tell.
50 dudes flying at him, and he's like using the red laser eyes. Then it's like a big thing. Then it's gonna be all these characters
doing
getting
too much, yo.
introduced.
Too much happening.
Then it's
fam.
just then Superman don't look menacing. I know y'all want to go back to being nice and stuff, but no, yo, Superman's supposed to look so intimidating, bro.
Go from Henry Cavill to
Yeah,
this regular
bro.
looking
The
dude.
Man of Steel.
bro.
Dude, look, I will snuff him.
to
yo.
a math teacher,
Come
yo.
on,
That
yo.
a math teacher as assistant.
Yeah,
I don't
yo.
even know
He
who
look
this guy is.
He like Presbeluski from The Wire, yo.
Like this guy, bro. I don't
Come on,
even.
yo.
Like a nice guy, bro.
And I know they really trying to sell us between Astro and all these dogs that they keep showing in the previews, bro. Y'all trying to tug at the heartstrings of America because you know we like dogs.
Yeah.
It's not working on me personally.
It's a lot of stuff doubling down on me though with the as I dive deeper into like the because like it's gonna be the robots in there. It's gonna have Green
It's a
Lantern
lot going
somehow.
on. Yeah. One of
It's gonna have the guy with the
T.
T thing on his face.
It's too
Hawk,
much,
Hawk
yo.
woman.
It's gonna have Hawk Woman.
Much, yo.
It's a lot.
It's gonna have Lex Luthor.
It's too much.
It's
yo.
gonna have Crypto the dog.
Who's the guy that can like turn into anything too? He's in there. As
Yeah,
well.
it's another dude.
I forgot.
I don't even know at this point, yo. It's like, bro, what are y'all
I
doing?
said I'm gonna do it. I was on the.
They about to make that movie. That movie
yo.
gonna have to be 3 hours to even fit all of that into one movie if it makes any bit of sense. It's gonna have to be.
They just gonna throw us in the world. I don't think they're gonna try to make no sense out of it.
Nah, they not.
They
They
DC.
They restarted
should.
the universe.
We just gonna be in that
They
world, bro.
restarted the universe
DC, you
to start
should.
on bad again, yo. Watch, yo. Watch.
They don't
yo.
understand
I've
street
been
level,
saying-
bro.
and then-
Batman.
and then I've been
Batman
saying,
is the origin.
Yes, yo.
As Zay has said 100 times, bro. Stop trying to go
Stop
away from
trying to-
where we need to stay at.
Ah,
Bro,
yo.
and I even seen where I don't remember whether it was Screen Crush or one of the other ones we watched for like the deep dives. People were saying it's rumored that they think Batman is going to be even in this. Like it's going to
Which
allude to
one?
like I don't know what universe or which one, but they going to like allude that he's there. It's going to be like a scene where I guess he like is watching or something like that.
I'm still mad they never did the old head Ben Affleck Batman movie.
Yeah, they messed up on that one.
Yo,
And he
when-
was aggressive.
he was cold.
He
I
was
liked him as
aggressive.
Batman.
No
I-
cut cards. I'll break
'cause
every bone.
He played
Batman.
that version of Batman appropriately, yo. I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, yo. Him and Henry Cavill had good chemistry too. I still don't like the script for Batman vs Superman. They should have just stuck to how it played out with the comic and even the animated movie. But they wanted to get weird with it and add extra stuff in it, which we complained about before. They added Doomsday. That should have been a separate movie.
And that was
Bro, they threw that in the last 20 minutes, yo. Like
disgusting
randomly.
Doomsday too. Like you
Look cool.
he looks so stupid, man. Doomsday was like I can't even get mad.
Doomsday is like the Thanos of that universe, and it's like they didn't do it well at
Then
all.
they had this skittish, little, jumpy Lex Luthor. It just was, guys, man. Let's take it easy on this.
I think DC fumbles again, bro.
Oh,
I'm
they
like
gonna
80% sure this movie will be
Every
bad.
preview
If
I've
it's
seen.
really good, I'll be shocked.
It's not helping that comic book movies, especially, DC was starting the downward trend before, but Marvel has as well. And other movies, big time blockbusters. This month is loaded. We talked about that. And then original scripts have been kind of sliding their way through too.
Yeah,
I mean, so
back.
I'm like, you think about American Fiction last year. You think about Sinners. What's the name was based on a book and stuff, but like Oppenheimer. That wasn't completely original, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's a new
coming
horror
back
movie
in.
coming out too that looked relatively good. I can't think of the name, but the premise y'all probably saw it because it was in the previews
I know,
for
28 years later.
for the ballerina. But it was
Right.
like this thing where it was like a school teacher, and then like 17 of the students from her class like went missing from this town, and it's like this like weird horror movie, but it gives like A24 vibes. Like it looked good, bro. It's like. And you don't know if she weird, like, because they had her at, like, one of those, like, community meetings, and she's talking to the people. They're like, how is it people from your class? Da-da-da-da. And she just said it mad weird, like, but I love the kids. Yeah. And it was like, it's one of them type movies.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, I'm going to definitely watch
I like
that,
the
bro.
horror joints now.
A24 got the weird movie with the...
I don't know if it's A24 or Blumhouse, but it looks gritty, like that kind of horror.
A24 had the joint. I'm not sure if it came. I know they were showing previews some months back, but the guys... where it was like a guy friend group, and then the guy joins and then gets like addicted to the friend group. They kicked him out. They be making them weird.
Yeah, they make the
movies,
weird movies. They do well at making very weird things, bro.
Thrillers.
Yes, and then
Ultra weird,
The Rock
bro.
got the joint where he's
Oh
playing.
buddy.
The
That was
MMA fighter.
Gosh,
That
I
looks
can't think of his
good.
name right now, but yeah, and they diving into like
He
that.
looks
like
good.
him too. That looked good.
That might be the Rock Oscar, bro.
Yo, he doing that.
That
You
might
know,
be
he
the
about
Rock's
to do the joint with
Oscar, bro.
Scorsese.
I
want to
see that. That's what I really want.
Crazy.
I want to see how he portray a villain.
I could see that MMA movie though. Like I could already tell it's gonna be wild, depressing. It's gonna be like that wrestling movie we watched, Iron Claw, whatever it was. Like
I refuse to watch
That
that.
might be a
movie was
one-off.
sad,
That was
yo.
too much, yo.
Yeah.
I think The Rock gonna hit us
much.
with that this time, bro. Like
I think so, but
it's
my
time,
man's,
yo.
he's still alive though.
Oh, all right. So hopefully it won't be that bad then.
But it was a lot that happened with him, though. A lot. So, but yeah. Then we had one more movie was mentioned, or was that it? That was the
that was it. Fantastic Four. I mean,
Fantastic Four. Oh yeah.
That was really it.
I'm gonna see it.
no, the new
some reason I'm not overly-
preview of the Fantastic Four didn't look that bad. It's gonna be hard to do because Fantastic Four is so grand.
This is
But-
supposed to be the beginning of Phase 6. I heard.
Yo, is this the decline of? Because now that we in the Marvel bag, this is one thing I wanted to ask y'all how y'all felt about it. So I looked up the cast of the new Marvel joint Doomsday, right? So it's supposed to have Doctor Doom. I don't even know who Yelena Bova is. Sam Wilson
what's
is
her name,
Captain
sister.
America.
That's
Shuri.
Black Widow's sister.
Oh, okay. All right. Shuri, Thor, Loki, U.S. Agent, Bucky Barnes, Sentry,
Everybody.
Ghost, Red Guardian, Joaquin Torres, Falcon, Shang-Chi, Ant-Man, and like Mad X-Men. I'm like, bro, that sounds like a lot, yo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That seems like a lot for one movie, bro.
Yeah. It's going to be like that kind of end-gamey kind of feel. That's what they're going to try to make that joint, son.
Okay.
They said people dying in that joint.
The Rush in game.
Mad people dying
Yeah.
is allegedly what they said.
allegedly they supposed to be
and they
dead.
not coming back.
Apparently, ending stories that we've been used to. Officially.
Well, you remember it was certain people that weren't in like the later comics
Yeah.
in like specific
Yeah. I'm ready for some
universes.
people to
So
die,
yeah,
I'm not
that'll
gonna
be
lie.
Yeah,
I'm ready for that.
yeah.
I'm ready to see some people die.
I heard there's a video. I meant to send it to y'all.
That was crazy.
The dude
to
that
say.
do the
I said I'm ready to see some people. I meant on the Avenger movie, not in real life.
Oh,
That
yeah,
just
yeah, I know
sounds
what you-
crazy just as a blank statement.
yeah. No, I know what you meant. But there was a dude that did a deep dive. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. He talk about like a lot of the comic book stuff in movies, and he always had like his dog, and they like the dog,
Screen Crush.
Oh yeah, he's great.
That's
He's
Screen
great.
Crush.
He was
That's my
talking
dog.
about how Ultron predicted like so much of this stuff, yo.
I saw
I
that.
keep trying to tell people that movie
That
was
was
hard,
a good
yo.
movie. I went back and watched that like
I
2
didn't like
years
that one.
ago.
I gotta go
it's
back.
not
You
hated,
gotta watch
but
it.
there's a lot of people
I didn't
that
like
don't
that
like
one.
it.
It's
That
a little
movie-
subtleties
like
in
that.
that
That
joint, yo,
movie
that
was
set
hard,
everything
yo.
up. And Ultron is he's way more in the comics as
Oh,
well.
yes,
yo. Like,
way,
Did he
way
make
more.
the Vision?
Way more.
Yeah,
He made the
Way
Vision,
more.
right?
yeah, he was the reason Vision
Yes.
came around
All his
in this
monologues.
MCU.
Listen to all in that movie, all of them, yo. The man was on it.
He
yo.
predicted all
thing
the
was-
stuff.
Yes, yo. He even like so they put it together a joint that was basically saying he predicted. They say it might not necessarily all be 100% true, the exact thing, but how it lined up that Tony Stark would probably be Doctor Doom, yo, in the future, yo. Like I'm telling you, Age of Ultron. Some of the stuff was rough. Like I was mad at he quote unquote was destroyed, even though technically you really can't destroy him. But like that movie, I love that movie. Yo. I like it more than the first one.
I gotta go back
thought
and
the
rewatch.
first Avengers
I
was
haven't
kind of
watched since
overrated.
a while
I don't like
ago.
the first one. Not that I was going to finish the statement. It's not that I don't like the first Avengers. I don't like it as much as I think because it was so fresh and so new. But when you go back and look to it, out of all the Avengers joints, it's clearly after, of course, Infinity War. Infinity War, then I like Age of Ultron, and then it's with Endgame. Yeah, I got my issues with Endgame, but it's like in between with it's with that one. I don't know who's fighting for last for me personally, but like that Age of Ultron, bro. I saw the vision. No pun intended. I really was trying, but yeah, I saw what they was doing with that joint, yo. And it's
Yeah.
fire, but yeah, I'm gonna send that joint. That joint was hard, yo.
Yeah, Screen Crush is tough, man. That he does a great.
The voice
deep
for the
dive.
dog is hilarious. Every
Yeah,
time.
every time it cut to him.
I wanna
That's
do it with
low
my
key. He
dog,
kind of
yo.
looked like BJ.
Yeah,
yo.
no,
He looked like
like-
BJ. I just thought about it. I was like, I do love that dog.
He be trying to get on the Ravens huddle on the low sometimes when he get off the couch, yo. We
Might
got
have to
we
give
got
him a
this-
voice.
No, he definitely gonna
He
have to
get
be
on
in
there
there.
this shit.
Yeah,
He
he
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
to be
give
on the
him a
set with
voice,
us,
yo.
yo.
He gonna get on there this shit.
He gonna have to be
yeah.
on the set. He
He's
be
getting on
chilling,
the
yo.
shit.
He be chilling.
He
too,
deserved
yo.
because he ain't give us no problems
At
not
all.
one time,
No
yo.
bar-
He
Barking.
knew it was a job to get done, yo.
Now this year, since I said that, he gonna be
Wilding out. That's funny. That'd be even more funny if he in there wilding, yo. Yeah, and we always gotta say rest in peace to Big Reese. We got episode 339, Coach Class Pod. Continue like, rating, and subscribing, man.
Peace.
Commenting and subscribing.